Tottenham Hotspur 4, Manchester United 3. This club cannot play a normal game of football ever. It baffles me. Tottenham move on to the semifinals of the Carabao Cup. Welcome into Top of the Perch. I'm your host, as always, Nick Burt. There were no two ways about it. This was the most important game that Tottenham had played in a long time. They had to get a win today to prove that they can still have aspirations at winning a trophy this year and moving into the semifinals of the Carabao Cup. I mean, that would be massive. And Tottenham have done that in the most Tottenham way possible to get into the semifinal. I mean, this was, it was just, it's funny how this game just played out. We had a few tactical changes coming into this match. Bergvall didn't get a start, which I 100% thought he should have. Udogie out with injuries, so of course he doesn't get a start. And that was really baffling to me that after the performance from the weekend, we did not see Bergvall start today. He did end up getting subbed. We'll get into that later. But, I mean, the game was there for the taking with the way United were somewhat set up in this game. It wasn't like the A squad. It was the A- squad. But, I mean, this game was still there for Tottenham Hotspur, and it starts off in the 15th minute. I believe it was a long ball from Pedro Porro, forces the Man United keeper to deflect the ball away. As that ball goes bouncing up, there's only one player in the area, and he's 100% onside, and that's Dominic Solanke. Solanke puts it away, gives Tottenham the 1-0 lead 15 minutes into this game. I mean, it was a beautiful, that's a striker's type of goal, getting it off a rebound. And he was perfectly there for it. Goes off the post and in, gives Tottenham the early lead. When that goal was scored, it kind of felt like, it may be one of those games today. Like it's going to take a funny bounce or two to win this game. And I mean, that is kind of what it ended up being. But this game for Tottenham, it was very important to get the win here. And the way they were set up today, it set them up for success, but it also very much set them up for failure in this one because, I mean, there were a few Manchester United opportunities in there, and obviously we'll get into how it ended up 4-3. But, I mean, they had plentiful opportunities. So Tottenham only had that one goal in the first half. Fraser Forster did get tested a few times during that first half. But, I mean, Christian Eriksen, I mean, he looked like he looked like his old self. And I always hate playing United because he just does that. He continues to show you he is still the Christian Eriksen we saw play at Tottenham. And that just makes me sad because I remember the baller he was, and he still is that. And I kind of wish he was still in this squad. Yet, here we are. He's playing for Man United. But going into the half 1-0, it kind of felt like, hey, okay, it's not bad. We're still up 1-0. We're 45 minutes away from advancing on to the semifinals. So off the restart to the second half, it was an insane build-up right off the opening kick. Ball gets pinged into the box. I believe it was Son to Solanke, who shoots it. It makes a deflection. Goes to Kulusevski, who basically has a wide open net, and it's 2-0 Tottenham. Just into the second half, and it's like, okay, this game we're getting into territory where maybe we can start feeling a little bit comfortable now. If Manchester United get a goal, it's not equalizing. We're still up 1. But you never felt safe with that because it's Tottenham Hotspur and anything can change in a split second. We end up going to the 54th minute. Another just beautiful setup play Solanke is basically one-on-one. You've got a few Man United defenders tracking back. It ends up being 1-on-3. I mean, he takes a shot. It goes into the just beautiful far corner, or the near corner, I should say, of the net bottom. And Tottenham have a 3-0 lead. And it was off a Jed Spence cross. Jed Spence, absolutely incredible. It is unbelievable how he is just completely went into the squad. Like, he looks like he's been playing every single week. It is incredible how well he is playing right now. That is 2 assists in 2 games for him, and 2 beautiful assists at that. And now that it's 3-0, it's okay. I think we're locked in. We're good. I think we're good from here. Then we get to the 63rd minute. Fraser Forster makes a incredible diving save to keep this game 3-0 off. It was a cross that went into the box. It was a header from Euro, I believe. And I mean, it was Zerke, I believe it was. And then in the rebuild up, Foster is too late to play the ball. It ends up being intercepted. And then it's once again Zerke who is there basically with an open net. Now it's 3-1 Tottenham. And it's now, okay, that was a bad mistake by Forster. He was too late to play the ball. The United attackers were closing in rapidly, and it was just a bad play. And you're hoping, okay, Foster, let's not get this into a big habit type here, but you got to hope that he clears that out of his mind. Well, we get to the 70th minute, and my gosh, this was ugly. It's Ahmed Diallo. The ball was passed back to Foster. Diallo was on the chase. He slide tackles. Obviously he doesn't get Foster, but he gets the ball. The ball goes into the net. Now it's all of a sudden within 5 minutes, it's 3-2 Tottenham. All hope of this being an easy game are now out the window. Tottenham are very much sweating this game now because all the momentum in the world has shifted towards Man United. And now you got a keeper who's made 2 very bad mistakes that lead to 2 costly goals. And like I said, things start getting really shaky from here on out. It's like every time United's on the attack, it's like, okay, when's the mistake going to come that leads to the equalizer? But for now, it didn't. United very much, they were the team dominating on the attack after that first goal. Like, it felt like Tottenham were just never in the attacking third. Then we get to the 88th minute. Tottenham are in a corner. It's Son taking it. And it's an Olympico. He puts it in the back of the net. It's 4-2 Tottenham. An absolutely insane goal. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. United players very much yelling and complaining that it was a handball by Bergvall, when really, like, that was just an absolutely insane way to go up 4-3. Bergvall, I don't think ever touched it. They were saying either he touched it or he interfered with the keeper. The keeper jumped late, and that is partially why it ends up being a goal here, because if he would have jumped earlier, he probably gets it, but that thing curls right into the back corner, and it is now 4-2 Tottenham. Now it kind of feels like we're in cruise control again. We get into the 4th minute of stoppage time. Off a corner once again. It's Man United crossing it into the box, and it's Johnny Evans heading it away. Now it's 4-3 Tottenham. We have 2 minutes left in stoppage time. Tottenham make it out alive and win this game 4-3. Just an absolutely insane result from Tottenham today. The Olympico goal from Heung-min's son is very much the highlight of this one. Some bad goalkeeping mistakes today. on both sides. But, I mean, Fraser Forster, those were two bad mistakes. And it is what it is, though. You don't complain about the wins. You get your 3 points. Obviously, you're not getting 3 points in this situation, but you get your win. You move on to the next round. You wait for the draw, and you don't really complain about it. So, as much as that second half was just an absolute disaster for Tottenham today, they still found a way to win. They're still on to the Carabao Cup semifinals. And yeah, let's take a look at the stats from today. Tottenham, I mean, it was kind of even possession-wise. The rest of it, we're looking at United here. I mean, 54-46 possession split with United taking the lead there. 20 shots for United compared to 9 for Tottenham. 6 of those on target for Tottenham, 5 for Man United. So there's a very discrepancy in percentage of those shots turning into shots on target. The expected goals on it, like, this is just funny. Tottenham was at 0.67 today, and they scored 4 goals. United was at 2.56. Fun fact, the Heung-min Son Olympico goal, that was a 0.00 expected goals on that one. So that goal did not count for anything whatsoever. Passes, I mean, United didn't dominate there, but they still had the advantage there. They had the more fouls in the game, though. Tottenham only had 9 compared to United's 12. 3 yellow card splits. United had 8 corners, I should say, compared to Tottenham's 3. With that being said, let's move into the player ratings from this one. We start up top, as we always do. Dominic Solanke, 9.1. He is the man of the match. Personally, I think this is the best game he has played in a Tottenham shirt since arriving in August. This was a absolutely incredible game when he was in the positions to put the ball in the back of the net. He actually put the ball in the back of the net today. He had an incredible game. Like I said, I think that is the best game we have seen from him so far. Hopefully this continues because the run of fixtures coming up is absolutely insane, and we basically just need healthy legs that are going to put the ball in the back of the net, and I'm hoping he is one of them. Heung-min Son, the Olympico goal in the 88th minute, gets an 8.2. I mean, besides the goal, I mean, it wasn't the greatest of days, honestly. But, I mean, that goal very much makes up for all of it. 8.2. James Maddison, 7.2, had a yellow card today. I didn't think it was his best of performances. Obviously, he did enough to get the job done. But I still think there is room to improve with him. Like, he has days where he's very good. He has days where he's very bad. Like, this wasn't one of those very bad days, but it wasn't one of those very good days. He has room to improve, and I'm hoping he does. Obviously, he's going to be needed because, like, the midfield is the only position where we kind of have some depth. So resting legs, obviously, and, coming off the bench as a super sub is going to be needed by whoever is put in that role, because it kind of seems like it's on a rotating basis right now. Dejan Kulusevski, his goal to start the second half was absolutely incredible today. Gave Tottenham the 2-0 lead. Here's an 8.3. Yves Bissouma, 7.9. I personally didn't think he should have started today. Obviously, I thought Bergvall should have gotten the start again. Bissouma wasn't terrible. Here's 7.9. I mean, he did have a few rough performances here and there, but nevertheless, it was okay. Sarr, I thought, had another great game today, 8.8. I thought he did very well in this midfield against this United team. It's always challenging to go against a team like United, and he just showed out in this midfield. Jed Spence, as I mentioned earlier, gets an assist today, his second assist in 2 games, in 2 back-to-back starts. I'm glad he is finally seeing playtime because, like I said, he looks like a natural out there right now. He got an 8.3 from me. I mean, that was an incredible performance from him. If Udogie is out long term, which I honestly don't know if he is, I will feel comfortable with Jed Spence in his absence. Archie Gray, this is another good performance from him. This is not his position that he plays, but he is still stepping up. 7.4. I thought he played very well today. I thought he was the better of the two center backs, which is why he gets the higher score compared to Radu Dragusin, who gets a 7.1. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't Archie Gray level. And Archie Gray level wasn't great, which should be kind of scary, given that, Dragusin, this is his normal position. For Gray, it's not. So that's a little bit worrying, but, the job still got done. Pedro Porro, 7-1. It's a little bit of a rebound from what we've been seeing from him recently, but, it's still not great. And Fraser Foster, he's been on the form of his life, and then today happened. He earns a 4-1. I honestly don't think there's any non-justification of that score here. Two of those goals were his fault. They were just absolutely mind-boggling decisions. Thankfully, it didn't cost Tottenham, but most likely in another world, that very much does cost Tottenham the game. We look at our three subs. Bergvall is the only one that got subbed on in enough time to get a grade today. He earned 7-1. I thought he did pretty well. Brennan Johnson and Sergio Reguilon, a player I keep forgetting exists in this team. Both get subbed on right at the 90th minute, so not enough time for a grade in this one. So for Tottenham Hotspur, coming up next, both in the league and in the Carabao Cup, is Liverpool. Tottenham will host Liverpool this weekend in the Premier League on Sunday. And then I believe it is the week commencing of January 6th, I believe, is when the first leg of the Carabao Cup semifinals will happen. That will be at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium once again. And then the week commencing February 3rd is when they will travel for the second leg of the Carabao Cup semifinals. They will travel to Anfield. Obviously, a house of horrors for Tottenham. It's no St. James Park, but it's a house of horrors. I also can't say I'm shocked that Liverpool got the go away home for the two legs. I'm not shocked by that at all because, of course, it's going to play out that way. The other side is, of course, Woolwich Arsenal going up against Newcastle, which you can read the tea leaves. If Tottenham can get results in these two legs, there's a chance Wembley, I'm just saying, I'm not going to say the actual words, but it's there as a possibility. And honestly, the thought of that is just absolutely scary. So we're not even going to talk about that right now. We got Premier League fixtures galore. We're into the festive period. There's going to be 5 Tottenham games within a week, it feels like. And it all starts with Liverpool this Sunday. So we will be back here Sunday night, of course, to recap it all. We'll see what happens. This could be an absolute disaster of a game. It could be the absolute best of times, ending Liverpool's 20-game unbeaten run or something like that. Who knows? We'll see. Probably not going to happen, but this is Tottenham Hotspur we're talking about. They own Manchester, so what can I say? That's going to wrap it up, though, for this episode of Top of the Perch. So thank you so much for watching. If you just stumbled across Top of the Perch, make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, tell anybody you know about it. We'll be back here on Sunday night to recap that Liverpool game here on Top of the Perch.